Hi guys, it's Beth. Welcome back to my channel. I, along with Sarah over at Crafting and Relaxing, are teaming up for a new little collab called Bringing Back Basic Grey. Sarah and I have discovered over the years that we both love basic gray paper. They don't make basic gray anymore, and so we have both been hoarding whatever stash that we have. So I decided this year that instead of just hoarding it, in my drawer and never getting to see it, that I would like to have fun using it. So I talked her into doing this along with me. So each month on the 18th at noon, we will be sharing some projects, or, it may be a mix of some projects, some process. There's only two of us in this collaboration, so we have a little bit of flexibility. But we will be sharing with you some project ideas using basic gray paper. I have a stash of, sorry for the crinkle noise, 12 by 12 paper. And I remember when Archivers in our town was open, that whenever I would go, you could buy like just packs of basic gray paper, and so I would collect those every time I went because I love the papers. I love the kind of vintage, grungy feel. Like, they have feminine, they have masculine, like they have a lot of different varieties. And when I was looking at the tear strips on some of my papers, they were all like from 2010. And I know Sarah has some, I think she has a few 12 by 12 sheets, but she also has a lot of 6 by 6 pads. So hopefully you'll see a good variety of some basic gray projects. So for this month, I chose to do some scrapbook pages just because I needed to get some pages done to meet my page goal. And so I just wanted to share with you the pages that I made. I didn't try to, I don't know how best to say it. So I didn't necessarily try to save as much of the paper as I could. I just wanted to use it and enjoy it. So I could have just taken this strip, cut it down, and applied this to some cardstock, but I didn't. I just used the page as it was, but I did trim down a strip of this one, and I just trimmed out a little part of this. So I'm not necessarily trying to scrimp in how I use the paper, but I am saving every little scrap that I have. So it's kind of a weird mix of using and saving for me on this collaboration, because I love it and I want to use it, but I don't really want it to be gone either. So it'll be an interesting year on using this paper. So, but I did have fun using it this time. So this is a layout from 2013, because that's the year I'm working on, and it was the NASCAR race, the Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And so I liked the different colors that were in this polka dot paper. And then this, with all the cars, I'm pretty sure it was meant to be more of like a little boy's pattern. But I kind of liked how the colors coordinated, and it brought the car element into my layout. So that's why I just took a little strip and added it at the top and bottom. So I didn't want it to be a focus. I just wanted it to add a little bit of kind of car element, since we were talking about a race. The bad thing about my basic gray collection is I didn't really have any embellishments or cut aparts or anything from basic gray, but luckily Echo Park and Cartabella have a lot of lines that coordinate really well, as far as, the distressed and aged, or kind of grungy is the word I keep coming up to, but it's not really grungy. So I did pull in some, I think these were Cartabella cut aparts that I had in my stash, and I liked the parts list here with the gears on it. And then this was actually a 3x4 cut apart piece, but I didn't have the space for the full cut apart, so I just kind of trimmed it down and consolidated my journaling, and then was able to move the parts list top part down. And then I also took a gray, this is just one of the cut aparts as well, and I just used that to kind of highlight this little picture, and then just to add another little color, pop of color on top of the red. kind of that brick red. And then I don't have a lot of racing embellishments that aren't like bright, bold colors. And so I just pulled in I had some nuts and bolts die cuts that I had cut for my silhouette for a project long ago. I had a bunch left over. So I just pulled out the nuts to play off like the lug nut that you would have on a race car tire. And then on the whole layout, I took black ink to kind of break up the edges, you know, where all the paper met, since I had different patterns going on. So I just took the black ink and just really dirtied up the lug nuts. Because if you were to look at a lug nut that comes off of a tire, it's nasty, it's black. And so that's just kind of what I did with those, just to kind of help them tie in so that they weren't like nice, clean gray. So that is my first layout. And then I have a little girly layout, and again from 2013. This one is Ellie trying to help us mulch, and she picked the only shovel she could handle, which was this little bitty garden trowel. So one little scoop at a time, she was helping us with the mulch. But so I pulled in this pretty floral, and you know, the back side is like a pretty purple, which I didn't get to use, but so I just brought in this pretty floral. And then in my scraps, I found some like border strip cut aparts, like this one with the green tied in, and there was a little bit of light pink and brown. And then I found the back side of one of the scraps, some of the scraps I had in there were a pink that matched really well with the pink in the flowers. So I just kind of pulled those in, one to give me a variation of color, and then these two just to have some like solid amidst all of the pattern. And then this time to kind of decorate it, I just brought in, these are some random die cuts in my stash, a flower that I had made with some leftovers from another collection, and then just brought in some like not real white, but white flower punches, and then some green glittered enamel dots from Dollar Tree to help play off, like, because these are some glittered thickers. And so I just brought in some more of the green to play off that. So nothing elaborate for either page. But I did have fun pulling out, you know, basic gray and looking at my paper, kind of looking through it, thinking how I could use it. And I had fun using it on my layout. So if you guys would, if you have basic gray, you are more than welcome to play along with us. And I think we could maybe use a hashtag bringing back basic gray. So you can play along with us, and you know, here or on social media, and share your love of basic gray as well. But otherwise, Sarah and I will be back each month on the 18th sharing some different projects that we have done using our basic gray collection. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, kind of a blast from the past, and enjoy my projects. I will have Sarah's channel linked in the description box below, so please go over to her channel and see how she used basic gray this month as well. Thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope you're all having a very crafty day.